Hello again, welcome to part 2 of Resurrecting my '06 Dodge Charger RT. And of course in the previous video, you saw me putting the heads and stuff on here. And now we're to the point to where we need to start taking stuff apart on the car. So I've already started taking the plastic off through here. I'm going to take this crossbar out. I'm going to take the windshield wiper assembly out. And the reason I'm doing this is because I am not going to take the nose of my car apart. With me taking the back section here apart and freeing things up, the only thing I have to do up front here is remove my fans. I won't have to worry about removing everything up front. And that gives me just enough room to get this motor picked up, pulled over just a hair, and lift straight up. And since I don't have a lift or things to drop the whole thing from the bottom, this is how I kind of do things here without having to remove the nose. So let me go ahead, like I said, where I got started, I'm gonna get this cross brace off, windshield wiper assembly, and it also makes it a lot easier to get to the top transmission bolts on the back. So anyway, let me get this off. Okay, now I got the bar off, windshield wiper assembly off. I can see now there's a lot more room behind here to get to the bolts. There's getting ready to even be more because getting ready to plug all this, get the intake off, coil pack, injector wires, and all this is going to lay over this way along with this hose. And I've got another one down here I need to take out. It goes to the bottom of the reservoir over to there. Get that out of the way. Start making some room. I got my injectors unplugged on this side. I got my injectors and coils unplugged from this side. We got a couple ground wires to disconnect there. I've got to go down here and disconnect the AC. And then I think I should get most of it out of the way. So anyway, I'm getting ready to take the intake off. And just give you all backstory on this engine. When I put it together, Eagle head swap, Eagle intake, Eagle rods, pistons. I did a full swap on it. And she ran really good. And like I said, just had something happen at drag strip. I think I messed up one of the ring lands in it. And it was pushing oil out after that. So anyway, a lot of people were kind of like, well, how can you fit an Eagle intake on a pre-Eagle motor? Because there's a problem with the front of the block as far as being able to sit down all the way. So on this one here, I kind of experimented with to get it to fit. As you can see, there's no spacers on this thing. So let me take it off and let me show you what I did. So I had to grind down here in the back of the block. I had to be real careful about doing it. As you can see, it got close there, but didn't penetrate anything. So between doing that, so let me flip this on its side. So underneath here, it is a little bit of shaving there to get all this close as I can get it. And I got her to sit down on there. So didn't have to use any spacers. Now, am I telling you to do this at home? Nope. Do it at your own risk. Because like I said, if you get too far into this, you're going to break into the water area where it comes through here, and then you're going to have to fix it. All right, guys. Let's see, it's 2 days since I started all this. Didn't do anything yesterday because it was just too damn hot in the garage. So I came out this morning, started working on it. So I got The harness on this side, all stashed over here. Coil packs are out. Power steering is off. Just got the top radiator hose off. I'm in the middle of draining everything out. And now getting ready to get the fan out. And then start doing stuff underneath. Disconnect the alternator. I got some more wires unplugged underneath. And for the passenger side. And I get that out of the way, but slowly making progress. And I appreciate you watching the last video. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things here, since I've been kind of out of pocket off and on for a while. But I do appreciate you watching the videos. And also, if you can, make sure if you're still subscribed to the channel, because with the algorithm, if there hasn't been no activity for a while, it will unsubscribe you for some reason. I don't know why. So anyway, make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. If you're new to the channel, give a like, subscribe, share, and everything that y'all do as far as that goes means a lot to me. I'm just here just doing what I do and just sharing my experiences with you, and just who I am. No thrills, we'll just do it. And other than that, guys, once again, I appreciate it. So now back to the video. Okie dokie. So got the heater hoses disconnected, got top tranny bolts out. So all we got to do now is get the car back up in the air, go ahead and get jack stands all the way around it, and take everything apart underneath. All right, got the car moved back about 5 feet. That'll give me enough room to get my engine hoist in up underneath. So here you go. Got it jacked up all the way around, so that way kind of get underneath there, because the exhaust is coming out from underneath this as well. Well, back out here in the garage. It's been a couple of days again, and so anywho's, still haven't got underneath the car yet. I do have everything set up to start doing it, but I decided to address the headers that are going on here. And just to reiterate, these are the 6.1 headers that came off of Ethan's 6.1, and I've got to take care of an issue. So I gotta get this drilled out, and I don't have any gas here, so I can't weld a nut on it, whatever else. And I had to do that to this one, and got it drilled out. But I gotta get this one done, get it out of the way, and really not too much left to do all that, except for a couple odd end things. And so that's one of the other things I'm gonna do today, is get that finished up. But I have ordered some parts, things came in, and the main thing is I need to get new tires on this. They've been sitting forever. They're all dry rot. There's nothing left on them. I mean, I rode the wheels off of this thing. But they're definitely not anything left of them. So yeah, they gotta go. And so I went online, and I find myself buying a lot of stuff online anymore. One, it's cheaper. 9 times out of 10, you get free shipping. And I don't know, I just find it better to order it and have it delivered here to the house on certain things. So my lug nuts came in. That's my old one. These are the new ones. Put those over there. Got those from the lug nut guys. And yeah, because these have the chrome caps on them. And over time, you know as well as I do, they come apart. The other thing was, got new tires. So on these, they're just, you know, cheap set of tires. And but they're ZR rated. So we get the name on it. I can already see the name. So full of me, something like that. Shit, I don't know. But anyway, they're 235 55 ZR 18. Which those were on the Daytona edition of the Chargers. And that's what somebody put on this one. And so I decided to go back with them. It's got a soft compound. So I can have a little bit of fun with them. It didn't cost me an arm and a leg. I think it was like $380 plus tax, free shipping. They got here in under 4 days. So all I gotta do is go get them balanced, or get them mounted and balanced. So with it being Friday, and the place I go to is usually not open on Saturdays, so I'm gonna take these rims off, get them loaded up in the truck, and get the new tires mounted and balanced. And then once I do that, come back, I'll get on getting the broken stud out of the header. And yeah, and then tomorrow finish undoing everything underneath for this and get it pulled. All right, just got back from getting the new tires put on, but before I put them on, I need to do some cleaning first, because these things were hard to get off because they've been sitting for a while. So let me get down here. So you can tell where it's been sitting. So I'm gonna clean all this stuff up, have a nice smooth surface again. And probably down the road I'll get some new rotors on it, or these might clean up after getting back on the road. Like I said, it's been sitting for about almost 4 years now. But I want to get all these cleaned up and get the tires back on. Man, I tell you what, it is getting hot to get out here. At least the humidity ain't up. So we got all the hubs cleaned off, cleaned the wheels up a little bit. Now we got some brand new tires. So wheel wise, she is ready to go. Yeah, it's one thing marked off the list. So other than that, guys, this is going to be it for this part of the video. And next one we put out, we'll be taking the engine out, put everything we need off this one, and hopefully get it back in. But other than that, guys, you have a good one, a safe one, and I'll see you down the road.